methodologies, they have a set of practices. Agile testing does not have a set of practices you must follow. It doesn't work that way. So when I say Agile testing, I mean usually the most common definition is testing on an Agile project, right? That's the most common. But if you took agility and put it on any project, I'm okay with that too, right? So you can use two different definitions if you like. Really, you really have to think about what you want to do. It's not a set of practices. There's some good ones out there to use, but it's not a defined set of practices. It's a way of working. It's an approach, right? How do you apply testing in your project, in your Agile project? It's a way of thinking. It's a way of collaborating with the whole team. And when I say whole team, I'm meaning that cross-functional team that we associate with Agile, right? Or even within the whole organization. Agile testing promotes testing early, right? Starting with testing ideas, testing assumptions, trying to get that shared understanding of what we're trying to build. It's about preventing defects, right? Yeah, we'll have to test to find them, but it's really about trying to prevent them to get that shared understanding. It's about collaborating with the team members, right? To automate, to help automate. And one of the reasons we want to automate and automate the tests, well, / checks, is so that we can have more time to do other things. I just listened to a talk on big data, and Adam was talking about the depth of testing they have to go into to test this big data, and I was astounded, right? We need to be able to test early to get those thin slices, understanding what it is, right? We want to encourage people to expand their testing skills in what they are doing so that we can put out those thin slices of functionality that we know are good for the customer. The other thing that, when I think about Agile testing, is the emphasis on testing as an activity that happens throughout the whole project, right? Not a phase at the end, it happens throughout. Starts with testing the ideas, the assumptions. Starts with fast feedback, when we're giving the programmers fast feedback so they can fix the defects really fast. It really happens throughout. We try to use simple models. So one of them is, say, the Agile testing quadrants. It's a visibility model. What kinds of testing do we have to do? We encourage people to take that model and move it, change it, adapt it to what you need. We use models like the automation pyramid, right? Just to show that there's different levels of automation. Where can we adapt? Where can we collaborate with the different people on their team? And really it's all about visibility. Truly is transparency. We use practices, and these are good practices. They might change, but they're really good practices for now. The acceptance test-driven development, behavioral-driven development, specification by example, guiding development with examples. That's what it is how do we know we're building the right thing? We start with the examples. We start with the tests first, right? But really, when it comes down to it, it's about that whole team approach. How do we collaborate? Whether or not we have testers on our team, because there's a lot of them that don't, but how do we get testing as part of that team, a good, solid testing understanding? It's a mindset shift from finding defects, from breaking the software, to being able to help to make sure we deliver the right software. But really, I think most of all, in my experience, in my journey, what I find is it enables testers to be a productive part of the team in delivering, being a contributor right from the very beginning and being a part of that team. So that's what I think Agile testing is. It is not a methodology to go and implement by itself.